So a social skill I found I have to work on is trying to figure out when do I speak in detail, when do I speak in brevity. Now, honestly, some people want to hear the detail because it may relate to their field of work or their field of interest, and they really want to hear the details that you know. Uh, but most people you socialize every day with day to day, like in work, they don't want to hear so many details. I don't know if it can vary from person to person. From my experience, people don't want to hear the details, possibly for one reason because they're not that interested. And when you keep going to details and details, maybe they want to move on to a topic they want to talk about, or another reason I found is sometimes when you talk about all these details they're not aware of, it can sound like you're showing off even though you're not, because in society we are trained to think people that are bare scholastically are, more, how should I put it? Basically, better people, more esteemed people. Because in school, we're taught get better grades, get better grades, get better grades. And we're rewarded for having better grades. So that creates sort of an inferiority complex in people who don't have as good grades or aren't as knowledgeable as some others. So when you start speaking with all these details and start speaking with all this knowledge about a topic, you end up sometimes coming across to people as a know-it-all, someone that's trying to show off your intelligence. And that makes people uncomfortable, or it makes people feel like they're not that smart, makes people question themselves, and no one likes to question themselves, So because of that, I really need to work on learning when to use detail. Now, some people like detail because it helps them with their job. Like when I work with my people that help me with a disability, I use detail a lot because they like to know the details of what I talk about in order to better understand the subject. But most people I deal with day to day don't really want to hear the details, and it could possibly be because when you go over the details a lot, people think you're showing off and it makes them feel inferior, and as a result they try to shy away from you or get angry. That's something I've realized. So in order to socialize, I know sometimes you think that shouldn't be the way, but the thing is, that's just the way society is. In order to adapt to society, sometimes you just have to accept that's just the way it is, Kind of like if you go to another country, you just have to accept that's just the way people act that way, whether or not it makes sense. Anyway, I just wanted to share that. I hope you enjoyed watching. Peace out.